Hey, my name is Shadowsense and you're watching Sakura Angels. We exploded a slime monster and, well, would you just look at that. Somehow it dissolved all of her clothes. Oh, silly her. How could she let that happen to her? It's raining slime? A good amount of the vile ooze continues to coat the beach, all that remains of what was once a giant creature. Hey, who's messaging me? I'll mute my phone. Huh. I thought it would have put up a bigger fight. And at the center of the mess is a very traumatized Hikari coated in a great deal of the stuff. The slime around her gives off a violent sizzle. Thankfully, it doesn't seem strong enough to cause any real harm, but it's ate away a good portion of her outfit. It's really not a pretty sight. She says nothing. She doesn't even move. She's seized up completely under the foul substance and only occasionally blinking as the situation soaks in. Literally. The rain of slime finally comes to an end, making it safe to step out. Though I have to be careful not to step into any of the slime. Ugh. Can't even begin to imagine how Hikari must be feeling. Hikari, are you? Not one word. But I said not one word. Her shoulders are visibly shaking. Uh-oh. The world might have survived the giant slime, but it looks like we might have someone else that's about to go on a rampage. My, this is quite a mess. This was Sayaka's plan all along, wasn't it? She knows how much I like Hikari, so she did this on purpose. Sayaka chirps as she slinks from behind the rock too, a grin across her face. See? Sayaka, don't even... I wonder what they think of all this back home, I wasn't thinking straight. That beach ball you threw at me. Sayaka clicks her tongue and nimbly evades the slime across the sand as she approaches her partner, still bearing the same smug look. Excuses, excuses. I didn't think one of the top students would pull a blunder like this. It's not my fault. Wait, something doesn't make sense. Sayaka... If you knew this was going to happen, why didn't you stop her? Ah, good point. I could have, but where's the fun in that? Her smile suddenly looks all the more devious. I fucking told you. This girl is pure evil! Why does this sort of thing always happen to me? Hikari lets out a groan as she attempts to pry herself free of the sticky substance that clings to her skin. Be strong, Hikari. Our fun at the beach comes to a rather abrupt and messy end thanks to the unwanted guest having crashed the party. Naturally, we don't just leave the slime there as it was, so several more hours were spent cleaning it up to make the beach safer. It wasn't a fun job. At all. In fact, I think some of that slime must have still had some semblance of sentience to it, as it stubbornly fought back against my best efforts to sweep it back into the ocean. Man, I can't believe I had to spend a good part of my day off sweeping up goop off the beach. Can't blame Sayaka, though. It's not like she knew this was going to happen when she came up with the idea. Oh, she damned sure knew. But her insistence on watching Hikari make a mess of things didn't help matters. We trudged through the streets, the day well and truly gone. The sun sinks on the horizon, basking the world in a hazy orange glow. It looks kind of dark blue purplish to me. Nobody says anything and I can only see an exhausted face at either side of me. All of the fuss at the beach really took it out of us. I don't think Hikari's even said more than a few words since she was first covered in slime. Oop, I'm good. Despite the exhaustion, both of them seem to still be on their guard, their eyes scanning over the shadows as we continue on. Right. So far, with each walk home, Yuzuki has ambushed us. That deranged dark angel. It would only make sense if she were to swoop in while we were exhausted like this. Be an easy win. Don't even know if the girls have it in them to fight at the moment. But nothing. Nothing attacks us. No mad giggle from the shadows. No more monsters striking from the darkness. Just nothing. It's a bit hard to believe that after all the effort she had went through in past nights, that she would simply just let us go this time around. Unless she's deliberately trying to get us to lower our guard and is hidden further up ahead? Getting paranoid now. At the very least, I haven't had any more headaches since the slime at the beach. And usually they're the most intense when I'm confronted by Yuzuki for whatever reason. I'll trust my head. Seems to be the most reliable thing when it comes to these otherworldly encounters. We make it home, not a single dark angel in sight. I part ways with the girls with a lazy wave and a grunt, both of them responding with about the same level of enthusiasm. I think we all just want to pretend today didn't happen. Well, mostly Hikari. I somehow get the feeling she'll probably be the one to remember it the most, however. The rest of the evening is a blur. I think I ate dinner at some point and maybe lazed around on the couch for a while watching a show I can't really remember much about, before finally crashing. As I'm dragged into my dreams, I get the feeling that something terrible is lurking within them. Something I shouldn't ignore. But all I know is that I won't remember any of this the moment I wake up. He's true. He's right. Another day has come and gone. Morning arrives. Again. My head is killing me. Again. Going to bed earlier each night, yet somehow I'm still feeling more like garbage each time I wake up. I don't get it. The only difference today is that the usual cheery rays of the morning sun are nowhere to be seen. They're right there. You see? They're right there. In their place is the heavy sound of rain hammering against the window. Pulling back the curtains, today looks to be a gloomy day. Gray skies overhead cast a depressing shadow on the town. The torrential downpour showing no signs of stopping anytime soon. Great! I have to go out in this weather and all. It's not going to be a fun day, that much I can already tell. I stretch and let out a drawn-out yawn before I stagger towards the bathroom. Wait. My hand hovers over the handle as I'm just about to stop myself from carelessly swinging open the door. Ah, do I do it? That was a close one. I need to approach this situation carefully. Too many mistakes have been made before. I've been lucky to escape with my life before, but they might not be so I can't read. But they might not be so forgiving a second time. Okay, deep breaths. I can do this. I thump the door a good several times with the back of my fist. Hello? Anyone in there? No response. But I've been fooled before. This proves nothing. I bang on the door again, even louder than the previous time. Nothing. Surely someone would have heard that by now if they were on the other side. Which means it might be safe? I bring the door open a crack. Just a little and peer through. So far so good. I continue to open the door just a little more and a little more until I see it. A most wondrous sight that takes my breath away. It's so beautiful. It's enough to move a man to tears. The bathroom is actually empty for once. Why is this all double-spaced weird? Huh. No wacky misunderstandings, no awkward stares. I can actually just freely use the bathroom today without the threat of being torn apart. I waste no time in slipping inside and firmly locking the door. I even double and triple check the lock, something they should have been doing too, but always forgot. After a peaceful shower, I make my way down to the kitchen where Hikari and Sayaka are waiting for me. Ugh, it's awful out there. Hikari gazes out of the window, a look of disgust across her face. With a laundry list of other things that annoy her, I guess it's no surprise she hates rain too. Do we really have to go to school today, Kenta? Aw, come on. It's just a bit of water. You're not gonna melt in it or anything. Sayaka grins dangerously as something sparkles in her eyes. Oh no. Uh-oh. It's less harmful than the stuff you got covered in yesterday anyway. She tries her best to suppress a giggle but fails, her laughter soon rocking the house. Conversely, Hikari is less than amused. Sayaka, can we just forget that already? I was stupid, I made a mistake. Big deal. Flustered, Hikari stomps a foot towards her mischievous partner. We haven't even reached school yet and they're already arguing. I think that's a new record. And besides, I recall it was you who was on the verge of being expelled from the academy at some point with your antics. What can I say? They just don't appreciate a good joke. Joke? You almost blew up the entire... Realizing I'm indeed still in the room, Hikari cuts herself short and clamps up. Aw. Guess I'll never be able to hear about this old school of theirs. The magic one that taught them all they know. Let's just leave it at that for now and agree we've both been stupid at times, okay? Okay. I really don't think it was that bad, though. Anyway, Kenta, how about I cook us all some... No. Absolutely not. But you didn't even let me... I don't need to. If it involves you stepping foot into the kitchen in any way, shape, or form, I already know my answer. This time it'll really be... Nope. I'll be careful. Nuh-uh. Aw, you're being... No! Yeah, I'm not letting her or Hikari anywhere near the kitchen again. Even if they do somehow manage to leave the kitchen standing, I'm sure whatever monstrosity they concoct would do more damage to me than any monster looking out there. Sayaka heaves a dramatic sigh, purses her lips in a pout, and gives me a look that suggests I've been nothing but a massive disappointment to her. Hey, I'm not the bad guy here. Doesn't last long before her usual cheery expression takes over again. I think it must be impossible to truly upset this girl. After that little dose of excitement for the morning, I quickly prepared the meal for the three of us before we set out to town and brave the storm. That's not rain! Visual novel developers, even if you are a one-man team, please match your backgrounds with what you're describing in the text. Please. The rain shows no signs of letting up. It's hard to believe that the weekend was as bright and cheerful as it was when dark clouds have completely eclipsed the sun overhead now. We have nothing left but flimsy umbrellas to defend ourselves with that just barely hold under the immense downpour. I have my doubts if we'll even be able to make it to school dry. I'm not really sure how it got this bad all of a sudden. If it keeps up throughout the day, we might even have flooding to worry about. I feel a little silly for even have this cross my mind, but I can't help but feel that this is maybe the land lamenting in some way. Sign of things to come? I don't know I'm even thinking such... What? That's... Oh, bad grammar. But it won't leave my head no matter how hard I try. Looking back at the skies, the clouds seem even more sinister than before. I apparently don't have good grammar either. We make it to school without drowning, somehow. Whew! It's pretty intense out there. As we enter the classroom, Sayaka shakes herself dry, her hair switching wildly. Right beside Hikari. Watch it! You're like a dog. She stops and blinks innocently, the last drops of water splashing onto the ground. Can't tell if she's just playing dumb here or if she really did it by accident. That's what makes her so scary sometimes. Never mind. Hikari huffs and stomps over to her seat with the class just about to start. I follow suit and crumble into my seat with a sigh. What a depressing day it's turning out to be. As the teacher shows up and class begins, I give one last look out the window, water streaming so heavily down the glass I could just barely make out what's on the other side. The lesson goes on, though with each passing moment I find it a little more difficult to focus on the subject at hand, the writing on the board blurring to an incomprehensible mess. I can feel it, at the back of my skull, that familiar creeping pain. Why here? Never had these headaches at school. They usually only crop up when something bad is about to happen. Guess it's not a full-blown headache, so I shouldn't have anything to worry about for now. Is it a warning? That something's coming? I don't know what to make of it at all. Kenta? Are you okay? I hear Sayaka whisper from her seat behind me, a gentle hand on my shoulder. I look to my side and see Hikari giving me an equally worried glance. Do I look that bad? Maybe the headaches are affecting me more than I think. I nod my head and muster up a faint smile. I can just barely even convince myself I'm fine, but it's enough to make them focus back on the lesson at hand. Lunchtime arrives and I could just barely recollect what I was taught. What subject even was it? That's not important right now. At least now I have time to collect my thoughts and get a grip on the situation. We're gonna go get lunch, Kenta. Do you want to come with us, or...? Having hopped out of her seat, Sayaka skips to the front of my desk and peers down at me with a grin. I blink. It takes me a good second to register that anything has been said to me. Huh? Oh, you guys go ahead. I just have a bit of a headache. Sayaka offers a sympathetic look when I mention the headache. Kenta, about the headaches. They're... Hikari pops up out of nowhere and stifles Sayaka with a hand to her mouth before she begins dragging her out of the class. Come on, Sayaka. He doesn't need to know about any of that, and the queues are going to get too big if we stand around. Sayaka's muffled cries of distress are the last thing I hear before the pair vanish into the corridor. Huh. Wait, headaches? Does that mean she knows I've been having them frequently? And more than likely, knows the cause of them? If they know anything that will enlighten me on the bizarre series of recent events, then I really have to chase them up on it. No. Apologies. Can't let something as important as this be slipped under the rug like everything else they've tried to keep from me. I rise up from my desk with a wobble, my legs not quite all there. It should be in the cafeteria, right? I start for the corridor myself, but something catches my eye amongst the waves of students going by. Silver hair, amber eyes, a female student marches along with a blank expression. My head rings. Where have I seen her before? It's Yuzuki! Wait, is she really? There's no doubt about it. She's the dark angel that's been making our lives a living hell. Yet, she seems like a completely different person right now. Gone is any trace of madness. All I see right now is an emotionless schoolgirl. Yuzuki? Her name falls out of my mouth the moment I come to the realization. Has she always been at this school? How did I not notice something as obvious as this before? Our eyes lock across the crowds. I fear something terrible is going to happen as dread sets in. But her gaze quickly flickers away before she carries on about her business. Huh? She was so intent on getting me before, but now she wants nothing to do with me? Something isn't adding up here. I know it's stupid and a reckless thing to do, but I can't help but chase after her. If I go get Sayaka and Hikari, she might be gone by then. It's hard to keep up with her as the waves of students crash against me, everyone in a frenzy to get their lunch, but I just about managed to catch a glimpse of her heading for the staircase. Aha, the rooftop! Yuzuki, wait! She pays no mind and continues to ascend the stairs. Why am I following her? I don't know what I can possibly get out of this, but beyond an early demise. Yet, I still insist on hiking up the stairs after her. She seems so different. Maybe I'm just secretly hoping that there's more to her than the initial crazed monster that confronted us two times before. Something that will help me make sense of this mess. I reached the top floor, breathless after climbing the stairs 2 steps at a time. Now why would you do that? I peer out into the corridor and try to see where she might have gone to, but there's nothing. I'm sure I wasn't that far behind though. So where did she disappear to? I mean, this is where the stairs end. Unless... Could she really be out there? In this weather? I make for the staircase again and I go up a short flight of stairs leading to the rooftop. The rain sounds more violent than ever outside. Can't possibly imagine someone willingly wanting to be out there. She's a dark angel, bro. I don't think she cares about the weather. But I have to check, just to be sure. I fight against the raging winds and heave the door open. Yuzuki? So you make it raining there, but that's a little too see-through for this to be child-friendly. There she is, standing by the fence, gazing out over the town with a hand idly gripping the mesh. Already the rain has drenched her completely, her soaked uniform clinging to her skin. She seems completely unbothered by it though, as if she doesn't feel the rain at all. I've only been out here for a second and I can already feel the urge to sneeze creeping up as the chilling rain makes short work of me. Yuzuki ignores me, her amber eyes vacant. At the very least, she doesn't seem hostile at the moment. Right now, I think the rain has more likely chance of killing me than she does. I take a step toward her, my foot splashing onto a sizable puddle. What do you want? She responds bluntly. I may as well be talking to a completely different person than the girl that went after my life. Think carefully before opening my mouth. While things are peaceful right now, it might take saying only one wrong thing to set her off. but I can't be too reserved. I want answers. After hesitating for a moment, my voice initially coming out in a croak, I finally confront her. Why are you so set on killing me? I don't understand any of this. What I mean is, why me? She tenses up for a moment at the sound of my voice. Fear I might have said the wrong thing already, but she gradually relaxes again. I'm surprised you even noticed me at all today. Tell me, Kenta. How long is it we've been in the same class together? What? Has she really been in the same class as me? I'm sure I would have pieced things together a lot sooner if that were the case. Yuzuki lets out a bitter laugh. You didn't even realize, did you? I'm not sure I may as well be a ghost. Do you know what it feels to be completely invisible? When no one will even so much as glance my way? Her grip tightens on the fence, the wire sinking into her flesh. What is she even talking about? To never be picked as a partner for projects? To never be asked to sit with someone for lunch? Even be ignored by the teacher in class? They all might seem like petty, small things, but over the years they add up, and slowly the hate began to set in. People are selfish, rude, arrogant. And you're probably just thinking, why don't you make the effort to make friends yourself? I guess that thought did come to mind. All I can do is stand and listen as she continues, ignoring the urge to shiver. Do you think I haven't tried? I've tried so hard to fit in, to be social, to talk to people. But after a certain point, the social circles are set and become impassable walls for those looking to join. My cheerful greetings were met with complete indifference. My attempts to talk with classmates were met with painful stares. Then it's back home to sit in a dark, lonely home before I have to force myself to come back to school. A place teeming with people, yet it's here where I feel the most lonely. Was it too much to ask for a friend? Someone I could talk to, confide in, and have fun with? Just like they do in the TV shows. Is that really so much? So she's just lonely? But why are you... She cuts me off as she suddenly spins to me eye to eye. The vacant stare is gone and in its place is one of hate, aimed directly at me. You don't feel sorry for me. None of that matters anymore. Not after tomorrow. Everything will change. Tomorrow? As I ask her, a searing heat urges through my skull and forces a wince out of me. Yuzuki smirks at my pain. You can feel it, can't you? She's so close to being free now. With every passing day, her power grows. What are you talking about? Who's going to be free? Oh, so they haven't told you? Interesting. I wonder why they're so intent on keeping it a secret. Regardless, everything will make sense tomorrow. I'll finally get what I want, and she'll finally get what she wants. Yuzuki drifts past me as I struggle to keep upright, the headache refusing to die down. Goodbye for now. The next time we meet will be the last. Wait, Yuzuki, where are you? It's too late. She's gone. I'm left alone on the rooftop in the pouring rain. Or the sunny sky, as the artist has so lovingly just placed here in front of us. I wanted to try to get to the bottom of things, but if anything, I think I'm even more confused now. Okay, I should get back inside. Real silent. Alright, well, I'm going to save it there. And we'll pick it up in the next episode. So, thank you guys so very much for watching the video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like this one, please consider subscribing. And until then, I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.